Coverkillernation back with another 2011 album review. This is one that's coming out this coming Tuesday. This is Macabre Eternal. The long-awaited full-length return of Autopsy. Now, of course, Autopsy had released an EP recently, which had announced their grand return to the death metal game. And this album is what could easily be considered their heralding cry, saying, "We are Autopsy, and we are back." Now, the first thing that I noticed whenever I appeared at this album, prior to even taking the first listen to the very first note of the very first track, was 11 tracks and 65 minutes long. Was Autopsy going to be able to command my attention for a full 65 minutes? Not to mention with the fact that the second to last track is 11 minutes and 15 seconds in length. Was there going to be any possibility that this band was going to be able to command my attention, not to mention the attention of all the legions of old school, new school, or just new in general Autopsy fans? Was there a way that they were going to be able to keep us all enthralled for this full hour and 5-minute long journey? Well, the answer to that question is a gratifying and very satisfying yes. This is an album whose theme is really tone and the variance thereof. Yes, this is still raw, unadulterated death metal, should I say. Good God, I'm stumbling over myself. However, the tone is something that really is able to shift, really from track to track and really within tracks itself. To go from that rage, that thrash your neck until it's dead speed, to a very slow, to a very somber, almost chilling tone. And it's something that is done exceptionally well throughout every part of this record, but especially done well whenever it's done within each individual track. Whenever you hear a track where you just want to go, and then all of a sudden you have to slow down and just kind of slow the whole motion down a little bit, just kind of keep your head down, keep that throbbing pain in the back of your skull going, let the rage slowly build inside you, envelop every single atom inside your being. That way, whenever that second thrash wave comes, your neck doesn't feel like it's about to snap off. You're rejuvenated, you're adrenalized, and you just want to go at full force even harder, letting the adrenaline take over. You want to grab something sharp and stab something. However, the 11-minute, 15-second long, huge epic is probably one of the most chilling tracks that you're going to hear this year. Unless, of course, something happens after this that somehow tops it. This is almost like a sadistic commentary. Almost as though a killer is sparing his next victim with some parting words, kind of delving and allowing his victim to delve into the inner recesses of his soul, to maybe allow her to understand why it is he does what he does, and why her death brings him so much orgasmic joy, why it brings him such feelings of rapture, of control, why it's a glorious thing for him that this woman must die. The screams at the end of the track pierce your ears and bring a chill to your bones. The weak, the faint of heart would not be able to stomach this track. This is a forewarning to anybody out there that feels that they're man enough but yet are only some sort of weakened pussy that cannot stand such tones, such screams emitted from a stereo speaker. This is raw, folks, and this is damn good. The soloing is virtuosic. The screams, the growls, they're muffled, they're dirty, they're not polished, they're purposefully not polished. This is work that is meant to sound as though it's from the grimy, dark abysses of hell. As though it is an actual mortician's / serial killer's, I guess you could say, notebook or tape. The urges, the twisted urges are all chronicled here. They're chronicled in a very detailed, in a very surreal way. And all of the information, all of the detail is extremely explicit. For classic fans of this band, For classic Autopsy fans, for new fans that perhaps have just discovered them, whether it be through me or whether it be through somebody else, whether it be through the band, seeing them live, either that or checking out on YouTube. This is a primal. This is a grisly slab. The new tome that Autopsy has offered us. And it commanded my attention through all 65 minutes, as it will command yours. This is a very well-crafted album. This is not something that is for everyone. This is something where some people will listen to this and think, this is crap. The fuck? This is chaos. There are tracks here where there's backing vocals that seems completely out of place. Spill My Blood is a very good example, the very last track, and it's something where it's even a little bit annoying in a very strange way to me as well. It just seems a little bit out of time, but it's kind of what it's meant to sound like. That's the point. That's the point. It's just sometimes very, very difficult for your ears to comprehend it. But overall, the body of work is a rather exquisite platter of splatter. Strong album. An album we may see again. An 8.25 out of 10 on this scale. A scale that will forever shift until we pick the final 20 in December. Coverkillernation saying that it brings me great pleasure to report to you the bloodshed that a band has spilled for all of you.